we will start new chapter, that is diversity and discrimination. First we try to understand what is diversity. In our previous session we already discussed about diversity. Diversity means in India you saw there are many diversity. For example, we speak different languages, we celebrate different festivals. In India you saw there are different religions, caste, creed. So in this way our country is very diverse. But then also we live with unity, brotherhood. This is our strength. This diversity is our strength. That's why we said in India you saw unity in diversity. But sometimes what happened? Each people are different from everyone. So these people sometimes they are not included other people in certain activities. Sometimes they tease, they laugh on other person, and at that time people get hurt. They feel helpless and angry. So that's why this is called as a discrimination. So in detail through this chapter we study about diversity and discrimination. So our first point is differences and prejudice. So in India there are 8 major religions in the world. First we talk about world. But every single one of them is practiced in India. If we discuss about different religions. So in India you saw there is a Hinduism, Christianity, then you talk about Jainism, Parsi people. So all the religions they live together in India. Then we have more than 1,600 languages that are people's mother tongues. Means what? In every state when you observe they speak different languages. For example, if we visit Maharashtra, these people speak Marathi language. If you visit Punjab, these people speak Punjabi language. So in different area you observe different languages. Means around 1,600 languages are used in India. And there are more than 100 dance forms. Yes, this dance form are local dance form, folk dance form, as well as you saw some cultural dance form. So there are many things that makes us what we are. We are totally different from each other. So how we live, the language we speak, what we eat, what we wear, the games we play and the things we celebrate are totally different from each other. All of these are influenced both by the geographical and historical places where we live. So it is according to the different areas. You will get an idea of how diverse India is if you look even briefly at the following statement. Yes, already we discussed all these things. In India, you saw there are many languages which we use. You saw different dance form. You saw different languages we speak here. Yet this diversity is not always celebrated. This is because we feel safe, secure with people who look, talk, dress and think like us. Sometimes when we meet others who are very different from us, we may find them stranger or strange and unfamiliar. At times we may not understand or why the reason they are different from us. People also form certain attitudes and opinions about others who are not like them. So they are not treated equally, they are treated as unfamiliar person with them. So through the different areas here we find out this kind of differences. If we talk about rural people, more than 50% of Indians live in village area. So we feel that people in village are backward and do not like to use modern technologies like city area. This is our prejudice. We think about villagers. Okay, next point is they are involving in farming only. The villagers are forced to migrate to cities in search of work. Means sometimes we feel that these villagers they can't get a proper education. So that's why we also discriminate with these people. So some of the prejudice you notice around you, and in this way you treat with each other. Already we discussed about on rural people, how they prejudice, how they think. Now we discuss about urban peoples. So life in the city is very easy. People here are spoiled and lazy. City people cannot be trusted. They are cunning and corrupt. This is the thinking of rural people. This is the prejudice. Already we discussed about all these things. In the city, families spend very little time with each other. They can't give time to their family members. This is the thinking of rural people. As well as people in the cities only care about money and not about other people's. So some of these statements are villagers as they ignorant and superstitious, and see people in the cities are money minded. And see people in the cities, they are very lazy and cunning. They can't do their work properly. So when our opinions about certain people are very negative, so in this way they think about other people. If you live in a city area, you think about other rural people, and persons who live in a rural area think about city people. They are the very money minded and very lazy. So seeing as a lazy, cunning and stingy as some of these statements, this because prejudice that we carry about them. So these are some prejudice. So first of all, again we try to understand what is prejudice. Prejudice means to judge other people very negatively or see them as inferior and others are superior. So in this way they judge other persons. When we think that only one particular way is the best and right way to do things, we often end up not respecting others. So in this way we can't give other persons because we feel we are a superior than the other person, who may prefer to do things differently. For example, if some people speaking only English language, we only give respect to these people. But if other people they are speaking their mother tongues like Gujarati, Marathi, whatever, but we can't give respect to these people. We can't judge them without their talent. We said, but this people is very talented because they speak only English language. So in this way, we feel that this is the best language in compared to your mother tongue. We can be prejudiced. Yes, we can be prejudiced people about many things. Like here, I'll give you example. First example, people's religious belief. Yes, if I am a Hindu and others are from the different religions, we give respect to our caste members, but we can't give respect to other people's. Same like this, the color of their skin. Yes, always a person who is very fair, we give respect to this kind of people, but we can't so that the other people who are in dark color, we can't give respect to this kind of people. Even in your classroom also you observe there are many races, or according to their skin you give respect to them. Our third point, the accent they speak in. Yes, some are speaking very fluently, some speak very slowly, but according to this we give respect or we judge to other people. Then our next point is the cloth they wear. Yes, if you are from the rich family, you wear good clothes. So according to this, you judge other people's. And Sometimes what happens, some people who are coming from different religions or region, that time we feel strangers to other people, and that's why we also can't give respect to this kind of people. Often our prejudice about others are so strong that we don't want to form friendship with strangers or unknown person. At times we may even act in ways or hurt them. We are discussing about new point, that is creating stereotypes. Yeah, sometimes we fix image for different peoples. Like all of us are familiar with gender differences. Yes, we are talking about girls and boys. Through the many examples here we learn about gender differences. What does it mean to be a boy or a girl? Many of us would say we are born as a boy or we are born as a girl. It is given through this example. So, here they give you some example. For example, girls. If we are talking about girls, generally we are talking that they are well behaved. Yes, in their behavior, from their behavior, we try to understand girls are always well behaved. If we talk about second point, they are very soft spoken and gentle. Then our third example which shows about girl, they are good at cooking in compared to boys. But if we discuss about boys, they are physically very strong than the girls. Yes, boys are always strong because their physical features are like that. Our second point, they are very naughty. In gender, boys are, you observe that boys are very naughty in compared to girls. And here the third example shown you some stereotypes, that is they don't cry in compared to girls. Always girls are complaining to us that, and they are crying. But if we discuss about boys, they don't cry. So if you take the statement they don't cry, you will see that this is a quality that is generally associated with boy and man. As babies or children, when boys fall and hurt themselves, their parents and others, family members often console them or saying them, don't cry, you are a boy, why you are crying? But boys are very brave, they can't or they don't cry. So as the children grow up, they start believing in this statement that boys do not cry. So even if a boy feels like crying, he stops himself from doing this, because they believing in this sentence that they are the boys and they don't cry even. So he always believed that crying is a sign of weakness. So even though both boys and girls sometimes want to cry, but especially if they are angry or they are in a pain, as they grow, older boys learn or teach themselves not to cry because they are the boy. If a grown boy cries, then he feels that other will either tease them or laugh at him. So he stops himself from doing so in front of others. So this is the way boys are, and this is how are girls. Here through this sentence we try to understand, these are the statement where we hear constantly and accept without even thinking that girls always they are good in cooking, they are very weak in compared to boys, they are very soft spoken. So this is our behavior, this is our mentality, that we think these are our stereotypes. We differentiate the boy and girls. We think about that, the girls are soft spoken and they are very well behaved. But we discuss how these are applied to girls, all the girls. Do girls possess this quality as birth, or do they learn from such behavior from their family members? What do you think about girls who are not soft and gentle and those who are very naughty? So in this way we just stereotypes for girls and boys. When we fix people into one image, we create stereotypes. Yes, these are the example of stereotypes. Already we discussed about girls and boys. When people say that those who belongs to a particular country, they think they fix the image, they are from different religions or they are different sex, belongs to different sex, race or economical background, are stingy, lazy or criminal. Sometimes we think that they are the criminal or dumb people. This is our stereotypes. So, these are stingy and generous people everywhere, in every country, in every religion, or sometimes you saw that male and female, they are also stingy and they are dumb. And just because of some people are like that, it is not fair to think that everyone will be the same. So, in this way, we are thinking for others. Here, after that we are discussing about inequality and discrimination. Already in our previous chapter, we learn about Sameer Ek and Sameer Do. Here also we discuss some discrimination, that Sameer Do is who is from very poor family, who is totally different from Sameer Ek. Actually, already we discussed that you saw there is a diversity in their religion, they are from different family, means Sameer Ek is from very rich family and Sameer Do belongs from very poor family. You saw they both face many problems. For example, Sameer Do, who already done a job, who is selling newspaper and earn money, and Sameer Ek, who is from already rich family. He get a well education because he is from rich family. So in this way, you saw there are discrimination for their religions also. One of the student who is from Hinduism, he follow Hinduism, and other follow Muslim, who is the Islamic people. So here also we saw some discrimination. So through many examples, we learn about this inequality. So here discrimination happens when people act on their prejudice or stereotypes. When we think in a one manner, that time you saw there is an inequality or discrimination in society. So here they give you some examples. Some people may experience both kind of discrimination. They are from very poor family, they are discriminated with others. So, belongs to a group whose culture is also valued. Tribals, some religious group or even particular regions are discriminated against for one or more of this reason. So, in the following section, we already discussed about Baba Saheb Ambedkar. Actually, you know that our society in ancient time is discriminated because of caste system. As you know that our society is divided into 4 castes. In previous chapter, already we discussed about this caste system, and in this way, in previous session, we discussed that Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar also they face this kind of discrimination of caste system. So, many famous Indians was discriminated against the stereotypes. This will help us to understand the ways in which caste was used as a discriminate against large number of people. We are discussing about on being discriminate again. Yes, in our textbook also they give us the one example of Muslim girls. A common stereotypes about Muslim is that they are not interested in educating girl child, and therefore do not send girls to school. So that's why in different places you saw government will run different programs for educating girls. Here they give you the example of Kerala. For example, in the state of Kerala, the distance between the school and the home is not much. Therefore, is a good government bus service that helps and teachers to reach school in rural area, and over 60% of teachers are women in school. So that's why these people send their girl child for getting education. These factors have helped children for poorer families, including Muslim girls, attend school in much larger numbers. So in this way, in different area, government will run different programs. For example, in India level, you saw there is Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao Yojana is also there, to enhancing girls to send their girl child to school to fulfill their requirement of education. As well as here also they give you different examples. For example, people are engaged in different kinds of work like teaching, pottery, then carpenter, farmers, fishing, etc. earn to their livelihood. So here what happened? However, certain kind of work are valued more than others. For example, in our society we give more respect to doctors, engineers, but we can't give respect to garbage picker, we can't give respect to this kind of activities like cleaning, cutting hair, picking garbage are seen as a task that are less value, dirty and impure activities. So here also we differentiate this activity as a less value in our society. So that's why our people also face many kind of discrimination. This belief is an important aspect of the caste system, as well as you saw some discrimination in our society. In the caste system, communities group of people were placed in a sort of ladder where each caste was either above or below the others. In earlier period, you saw they are thinking that only Brahmins and Kshatriyas, they are the superior ones. And in our society, they give less value to the Shudras and Vaishyas. So this is our ancient period. Nowadays, according to our constitution, we give respect to each and everyone as equally. We treat each and everyone live with a unity and brotherhood. So those who place themselves at the top of this ladder call themselves as a upper caste and so themselves as a superior. The group who were placed at the bottom of the ladder were seen as unworthy or called untouchables. Yes, in ancient time there is a past period. They feel that they can't give respect to untouchables, even they can't allow to enter in their villages, they can't feel the water from their wells. So in this way they discriminate the lower caste or the Shudras. The caste rule were set which did not allow the so-called untouchable to take on work other than what they were meant to do. For example, some groups were forced to pick garbage and remove dead animals from the village area. So they fix the work of a people. In this way they discriminate the peoples, but they can't saw the talent of an actual person. But they were not allowed to enter the homes of a upper caste, or they take water from the village wells. Yes, already we discussed all these points, because in our society, our leader Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar also faced this kind of discrimination. One of the greatest leader of India, Mr. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, they share his first experience of caste-based discrimination, which took place in 1901 when he was just 9 years old. He had gone with his brother and cousins to meet his father in Koregaon, which is now in Maharashtra. So here they share their experience, how they face during traveling discrimination from the others, because they are from the Mahar family, means who are considered as a untouchable person. So through this incident, or they share one story of their life when they face this kind of discrimination. How difficult it would be if the person could not move easily from one place to another place. Yes, how insulting and how hurtful it should be when people, they can't give right to touch anyone or to enter in their village. So this small incident of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar shows how a simple task of going from one place to another place in a cart was not available to the children. Yes, already we learn about this story. Through this we come to know about the discrimination in India in ancient time or in past time. Now we move to our new point, that is striving for equality. The struggle for freedom from British rule also include with it the struggle of large group of people who not only fought against the British but also fought to be treated more equally. So that time what happened? The Dalit as well as women, some tribal communities like Adivasi, Bhil and peasant fought against the inequalities they experience in India or in their lives. So through this example we come to know about that only they give importance to male persons. They can't include women also. So as point out earlier, many Dalits organized themselves to gain entry into temples. Women demanded that they should have much a right to educate a man did. And peasant and tribal fought to release themselves from the grasp of moneylender and the high interest they were charged. So through this many examples we come to know about some discrimination which they face in India, as well as when India became a nation in 1947, when we get independence, our leaders too were concerned about the different kind of inequality that exists in India. They also face many kinds of inequality. Those who wrote the Constitution of India, a document that laid out the rules by which the nation would function, were aware of the ways in which discrimination had been practiced in our society and how people had struggled against this. Here many leaders, they fought for getting our right. They are getting equality, means here our leaders set out a vision and goals in the Constitution to ensure that people of India were considered as equal. All the persons get equal right. So that's why they fought. So this leader set out a vision and goals in the Constitution to ensure that all the peoples of India were considered or treated as equal. This equality of all persons is seen as a key value that united us all as Indians. Everyone has equal rights and opportunities. Yes, here in India, after the getting independence, we all persons get an equal right, because in past time they fought or they faced this kind of discrimination. So untouchability is seen as a crime and has been legally abolished by law. People are free to choose the kind of work they wish to do. So here the writers of the Constitution also said, and respect of diversity was significant element in equality, ensuring equality. So they felt that the people must have the freedom to follow the religions, they speak their languages as well as whatever they wanted to do. So here we get some rights or the rights of equality, to speak their language, celebrate their festivals and express themselves freely. They said that no one language or religion's festival should become a compulsory for all to follow. They said that the government must treat all religions equally. Yes, as we know that India is a diverse country. Therefore, India become a secular country where people of different religions and faith have the freedom to practice and follow their religions without any fear of discrimination. Through this idea and ensuring in our constitution, this chapter point out the inequality exists even today. Equality is a value that we have to keep striving for and not sometimes which will happen automatically. People struggle and positive actions by the government are necessary to make this reality for all Indians. Yes, through this chapter we try to learn or understand about how people face different stereotypes, discrimination and how they fight and get equal right as we are the citizen of India. I hope you understand this chapter. Thank you.